Hey guys, thanks for joining us.
Hi.
As you know, I am at the Farm of Life in Costa Rica, and I have the spectacular pleasure of being here with my friend Rob Greenfield, who is on a crazy adventure back to the States from Panama to raise awareness about the sharing economy. And since he decided to stay with us for a couple of days, I figured we'd get a video and pick his brain because he's a really great example of what it means to be the example for change. And we're just going to let him talk a little bit. First, what is your adventure right now? What are you doing?
It's called Share My Way Home, and I flew from my home in San Diego to Panama City with just the clothes on my back and my passport. So shorts, shirt, shoes, hat, jacket, passport, and then in order to get across the border is a fake credit card and the fake tickets so that they would let me into their countries.
Yeah.
And the idea is to put myself at the mercy of people and show that there's really good people out there everywhere, and also to teach people about the sharing economy and how to reduce what they need and share what they can.
Beautiful. And what are some of the circumstances you've had so far coming across? Like, what are the crazy situations you've been in, or was it kind of what you expected? Or
well, it's been hard. I kind of seek out really difficult situations, and the thing is, people have been too darn nice, so it hasn't been as challenging.
That's a good thing, though, right?
It's perfect. I mean, it's perfect because it's showing like you can throw yourself out there at the mercy of the world, and people will help you. Because really, when it comes down to it, just about everybody does want to do the right thing and feel a part of something greater.
Yeah.
And so it really, it just takes a slight leap of faith getting on the plane, and once you get down there, it's like, well, now you're just here. So it's been easier than I was planning, but I also at the same time knew it would be easy. But it's also been pretty challenging. One of the most challenging things was being in Panama City and having no money, a place to stay, though, and so for the first day I just collected cans all day. I collected like 480 cans, which came out to about $5. And
wow.
It was interesting working for less than $1 an hour.
That's pretty insane.
Yeah.
That's great, though. I mean, and for all the people that follow you, they're getting opportunity to experience the world in a completely different way. Instead of what you think of traveling and you have everything set up for you, instead you're really getting into the heart of what it is to live in a city with basically nothing.
Yeah.
That's so incredible.
And when I used to travel and just I would go to places and I would read the guidebooks and see, so what are the places everybody wants to go? But now I never go to any of those places. When I was in Jordan, I didn't go to Petra. I never even think about those places because what I do is I just go to the places and then do whatever the people who live there do.
Yeah.
Not that most people collect cans in Panama City, but just go down there and I don't even think about the places. It's just the people and the simple way of living there.
Okay, so besides your incredible journey so far, we'll talk before we round up of where you're going next and how people can get involved if they want to help or just even share more information. Can you talk a little bit more about what you do and kind of what you stand for, represent, and some of the crazy adventures you've gone on in the past?
Yeah. So my goal is to live a life that I feel like people can look at and say, this is something that I can do as well. Simple things that anybody can do that will make themselves feel better and be better for the earth. So my saying is inspiring a happy, healthy earth, and it's about living for yourself, your community, and the earth. So it comes down to the simple things: water, food, energy, transportation, waste, and shelter. And so I just do simple campaigns that show alternative ways to what we think right now has to be the norm. So to give you some ideas, shelter, I moved into a 6x6 closet at my house. Food, about at least half of the food I eat is from dumpsters to show how much food we waste, and then the rest is local, organic, and unpackaged eating. So simple, whole foods that aren't packaged. Water. I do campaigns like, for example, I haven't showered for 9 months, and the idea is to show you can be clean without showering. I bathe naturally, and I never smell.
And I just have to say that Rob's not the only one like that at the Farm of Life, and he is totally clean. And the other people who do the same thing of just using waterfalls or spring water or the different creeks around here to bathe, completely clean and natural. And he's right, it's a great way to save water and actually connect more to the earth. So that's great.
Yeah, and there's places where it's more challenging. So, for example, if you live in the Midwest United States in the winter, you're not going to be able to do that. But you can do it in the summer. And the idea is understanding, okay, I can't always do everything exactly the way that he's doing it, but I can take these simple messages like take a shorter shower, turn off the water between brushing my teeth, don't water my lawn, instead grow some vegetables. And so the idea is to bring attention in these ways to the issue and then give some take-home messages like, here's things that you can do. Transportation, sold my car a couple of years ago, and now I bike almost everywhere I go. I still fly, so you know, I realize I have my flaws, and the thing is I have to embrace them, learn from them, and use them as a symbol, a showing of no matter what humans do, we are going to cause harm. It's just a matter of minimizing that harm.
Okay, that's great. So for people, obviously a lot of people aren't ready to jump in as deep as you have, you know, completely go dumpster diving or live in a 6x6 bedroom.
Yeah.
But what are some of the suggestions if someone watching this right now said, how can I better benefit the, you know, the environment, the economy, and be an activist for change in the most loving way? Because what you stand for, and I really, really respect and admire, is it's about bringing people together and with the basis of love. It's not you're doing this wrong, therefore you need to be attacked and change, but yet, hey, there's a better alternative. Let's get in this together. Let's do a community greenhouse, you know, gardens, and get educated, and let's change the world by being the example and the inspiration. So, whoever's watching this right now, what could they do to start off?
So how can you live for yourself and for other people at the same time? So, biggest thing you can do is your diet. So eat more vegetables and fruits and less meat. Buy food that's not processed and packaged. So go to the bulk section of the grocery store to buy your grains rather than buying stuff in plastic bags. Because when you buy something in a plastic bag, that bag is going to be around when your kids are still here. So it's like, to eat, do you want 8 years or 8 what's it called? Well, basically, when your great grandchildren on Earth, you want your food to, or your junk to still be there.
Yeah, totally.
So that's the big one. Food, water. Just don't use as much of it. Take shorter showers. Flush the toilets less. You know, pay attention to what you're doing. Don't wash your car. Grow food, not lawns. Transportation. Bike more. Drive less. Walk when you can. If something's a mile away, use that opportunity to get a little natural exercise in and walk there or bike. You can grow a little bit of your own food, which is, it's much more than the physical aspect of growing your food. It changes your mindset, and it's really awesome. People get stoked to see, wow, I made this, and it's seeing a life. So
I think just connecting more to the earth and getting it more in balance. It's interesting from a physiological perspective. Even just being in your garden and your greenhouse is balances. It synchronizes your heart rate. It makes you more alkaline. You get a lot less anxious and calm. It's so beneficial for you to do these things. It's not just beneficial for the earth, but as a human being, you know, connecting back to the land and being able to be proud of growing your own food is such a gift that, you know, we should all just take it up.
Yeah. And you don't even have to realize those physiological changes. They just you don't have to understand them for them to happen.
Exactly.
Real simple. You do good things, it creates the good endorphins inside of you. You start to feel better, you radiate more of a positivity, and it spreads to the people around you. And that's the idea of living by example. And so the best thing that you can do really is start from within, grow yourself into the person that you want to be and that you feel is a good example for the world. And it takes time, it takes steps. The best thing you can do is what I did when I realized the things that I wanted to do. I made a list of all these things, and 1 week at a time I'd implement one thing here. 1 week I would remove the soaps that have chemicals from the shower, things like that. Next week I would start to not use shopping bags, and it was a period of a couple of years that I phased all these things out and phased these things in. And but every week you're happier, you're healthier, and you're doing better things for the people around you.
Great.
Is that background too loud, do you think?
Yeah. Hey guys, just for the next, just like 2 more minutes, and then we good. Super loud.
Okay. Too loud. Okay, I was trying to whisper.
Okay, so I'll edit that out, and then good. So, like I always say, we're all on our own journey and path, but Rob's a great example, and his like what you just said, you start small and make a big impact, and that's how you turn these simple lifestyle choices into something greater. And when everybody starts to participate, an incredible change can happen. So, great. I'm so glad you're here. So, where are you going next, and how can people get involved?
Well, so from here, I have to make it all the way back to San Diego. I think it's about 3,500 miles, and you can follow the adventure at facebook.com/RobJGreenfield, or Twitter, same, @RobJGreenfield, and at my website, which is robgreenfield.tv. And how you can get involved is doing things in your own community that make your community a better place. So sharing your stuff, growing some of your own food, conserving resources, just doing nice things for other people, smiling, enjoying life, and that's really the best thing that you can do. It's simple, the simple things in life that are just there for everybody.
Yeah, awesome. Okay guys, so I'll put the links below so you can totally get involved and hopefully help him make it all the way back to San Diego. Check out his website because Rob, you're a pretty cool dude. And it's been an absolute blessing and pleasure having you here. So.
Yeah, this place has been, I'm pretty happy, but this happy, I mean, that's a product of this beautiful place.
Yeah, well, it's been a pleasure. Okay guys, so that's it for today. Thank you so much, and you deserve to live the most beautiful, inspired life, and obviously Rob just shared some of those ways you can begin. Have a great day.